feel like a burden to others, and I feel like I make them suffer when I charge them for stuff.
Frederick had never spoken on stage before, but a trusted friend recommended him to me. I gave him a spot at Give It All, and he opened with his talk, Boys Need Love Too, sharing a painful past of feeling invisible, battling a porn addiction, and living in deep loneliness. It was one of the most vulnerable and impactful talks I've heard from our stage, and still to this day, it's a favourite because the message is close to my heart and one I believe needs to be shared further and wider. Today, Frederick is a nice guy coach, and this coaching demonstration is my support to the incredible transformation that he is creating in the world. If you've ever found yourself people-pleasing, caretaking at the expense of your own needs, leaving you with less than what you truly want and deserve, these insights could change the trajectory of your life to a more empowered future.
This part inside of me, this little Freddie, I feel proud and grateful.
Frederick, thank you for being here. Just before we kick off, I want to get a few permissions from you. So for our audience, and especially for yourself, anything that we discuss here and then share is going to come from your explicit permission to do so. Anything that we need to cut out is up to you as well. And if you don't want to share any of it, that's up to you as well. This is your space to go as deep or non-deep as you like. It's really your space to receive, to explore, to find out what's within you, and hopefully, and I trust through the space that we can hold, we can connect with something that is meaningful for you. Is that cool?
Perfectly fine. Yeah, thanks.
Beautiful.
Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome, man. This space is a judgment-free zone. So everything that I bring is just from a space of curiosity, seeking to understand what's happening within you so I can enter your world. I'm wondering, would it be cool for you to at least try the best that you can to suspend any judgment from yourself as we go deep today?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. Awesome. Is it cool if we'll touch on where it is that we're going in a minute for whatever outcome it is that you're really seeking for today. We'll run for, say, 40 minutes-ish, 45 minutes. Yeah. Is it cool if I can pause, interrupt you, if we're seeming to go on a tangent that is not necessarily best relevant?
For sure. I wanted to actually tell that to you in advance. I was like, I can go like, my brain always works in like, oh, I go here and then there and then there. And if you see me like going somewhere else, like going on a detour, then please interrupt me and say like, What's really the reason? Like, why is that really there? Like, go, like, please hold me on the leash. Like my brain can go wherever. So yeah.
Storytelling is it's a really fantastic way to protect us from truth. That's certainly been my pattern going through my own coaching journey. I needed a coach to come back and go, hang on, you're distracting yourself. Come back to, it's not to say it's not important. It's not valuable. It's just not necessarily on point for where we're going today.
Yeah.
So I'll do my best to do that and to get us to the outcome that it is that we're seeking. And are you willing to explore, rock out, 100% committed to a really great outcome today?
Yeah, 100%.
Beautiful.
Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to be taking some notes here as I need. If you want those at the end, usually it's scribble that no one else can understand, but if you want them, I can share them with you as well. So what is it that you'd like to open up, explore today?
So last week, I kind of woke up with an epiphany, something which bugged me since like probably all my life actually, but it just got more conscious that I'm really bad at receiving. And I learned about like that, or I know that I have like a lot of nice guy patterns and people pleasing patterns, but like especially the receiving part, and especially when it comes about like money, like I realized, I feel like a burden to others when I take money from them, especially from private, like one person, not a company, you know. And it's really bad because if I want to build a business, and I want to build a business right now in coaching, where I want to coach people and I want to help them and I want to help them improve their life. And I, on one side, believe that I can do that. But on the other hand, I'm just like blocked by that. Yeah. Before last week, it was unconscious feeling of like, oh no, I can't take money from you. I don't want to be a burden from you. I don't want you to pay for my bills, pay for my food. Like, I don't know. I kind of had the feeling of it just has to come from the universe just downloads it into my bank account and then I can offer stuff for free. But that's not how it works, right? Like logically I know this, but like the inner belief I discovered was like, oh shit, I feel like a burden to others, and I feel like I make them suffer when I charge them for stuff. And I can go on about a few other things I was thinking about.
Well, within that,
like,
there's already a lot within that you just shared. There's a few reoccurring. There's many different avenues, tangents. I think this is a much like we got the macro, and then we got the more micro parts within it. There's lots of micro parts within that. A couple of the reoccurring themes. Let's drill into one. For what is possible for today's session in the next 40 minutes. You mentioned burden to others and making them suffer.
Yeah.
Is that the core theme here that you would like to drill into, or was there other parts that are more specifically relevant within you right now?
I think that's right now. I think that's the thing which is the kind of belief which holds me back, because when I think about like, okay, I really can help people and I can improve their life, and but that kind of contradicts with like being a burden. Like both don't work. Am I a burden or am I a help? So I feel like that's really, that's something I would dive deeper into today, to see like, okay, how can I actually see myself as someone, like have a empowering belief or something like that, and like improving someone's life. And obviously that contradicts itself with being a burden to someone's life. Like both can't be true at the same time, I feel like.
Okay.
So
So how would you, let's dive into that. Before we do dive into it, how would you like it to be different? And specifically, what would you like at the end of the session? What is the outcome for today?
I would like to have built a new empowering belief, which I partly integrated today, maybe, and I can keep integrating over the next weeks until it's, sometimes I feel like in one session you can only do so much, but it needs more time. But just to have like an alternative where I'm like, oh yeah, that feels aligned, that feels good, where I can keep integrating that belief towards like, and then, seeing the real change and shift in like 2-3 months.
Yeah, okay. So you got a belief around it being a burden and creating suffering for others. Strong belief. You say you would like a new belief. What is that new belief?
That I'm someone who, kind of the opposite, right? Someone who improves the life of others, and someone who is a positive addition, like someone people like to be around. Maybe that comes back to the people pleasing, maybe. I don't know. But like, everybody wants to, I think everybody, I'm generalizing, right? But I definitely want to.
So as beliefs, so you want to believe that you're improving the life of others and believe that people enjoy being around you.
Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful beliefs. Nice. You mentioned, or let me ask you, how would you know that you have now installed those beliefs? You've at least made the shift within you to go out into the world and validate you have those beliefs within you. By the end of the session, what would you have noticed within yourself?
I would see a change in behavior.
At the end of the session, so we know, what feelings would you feel within you?
I would feel, to see the shift right now, I'm feeling stressed and nervous, pitching something to someone, pitching an offer, or even working on an offer, because I feel like, there's this underlying stress I'm having. And so afterwards, I would like to have the feeling of like, I'm really building something. I'm building an offer which gives a lot of value, and which is like, I'm not feeling stressed or worth or bad about myself.
What you just explained, what is that feeling? Is it an inspiration? Is it a motivation? Is it optimism? Is it
the feeling afterwards? It's excitement.
Excitement, yeah.
Excited to help others and to step into their life and make their lives better.
So
Maybe
excitement to help
excitement.
others, or excitement to at least offer what it is that you're creating to help them?
Hmm.
Because I think you're already excited to help others.
Yeah,
You've already got that within you, right?
it just gets dampened down at that moment where I'm offering concrete stuff, and it's like when I help people for free, I'm super excited about it.
So you're
As
already
soon as I want to charge, like, I help everybody for free. I just have conversations with people, and people tell me like just last Sunday, yeah, I got a lot of value out of that. Yeah, you're so good in like coding space, and we're just sitting in tribal. I was sitting there for 5 hours, and I'm talking to that
great. So you've
person.
got all of that.
Yeah.
So it's excitement. It's more about the offer part of it, creating the offer or offering the offer.
Offering the offer, and then obviously knowing that there's some price attached to it, which
Okay.
I think I'm very afraid of the price part. There's like
So
2 points: the suffering and the.
So we'll come back to
Yeah.
that. So you mentioned excitement. Also, you mentioned the afraid. If you weren't afraid to offer the value that you have in exchange for money specifically, what would you have instead?
Can you repeat that question?
So when you've got the offer
Mm-hmm.
and you're offering it
Mm.
to someone, you mentioned that previously or currently you're feeling afraid.
Mm.
What would you have instead? And it's not free. So therefore it's paid, no exchange, or whatever the value exchange is. What would you have instead?
Joy.
Joy? Yeah.
Just as like a base emotion of like, feeling joyful of like,
Yeah.
so cool that you're like stepping into that journey, like feeling joy for the other person instead of focusing on me being like with like, oh, what does it mean for the person which is in
Yeah.
front of me? Maybe like, wow, that's a huge step for you,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Is that enthusiasm as well?
yeah, I think
Okay.
enthusiasm for like enthusiasm and excitement, I feel like are quite similar,
Excitement?
but like,
Yeah.
it's enthusiasm, excitement for like, because I know how much it takes to change and identity, right? And to step into new things, and like feeling that excitement for someone else
Yeah.
is like actually really cool. And
Yeah. So
that would be
excitement,
great.
joy.
And right now I'm not feeling that in that moment because
Yeah.
I'm only focusing on myself and like what I'm afraid of. Yeah.
So what else? Joy, excitement. I think there's some other really, I'm just sensing there's something else within you that you'd love to have.
Mhm.
Maybe that hasn't come to the surface yet. Because you mentioned you're very focused on focusing on yourself, being stressed, being nervous, being afraid. If we switch from that to everything else that it is that you want, excitement, joy, what else?
The thing which came up right now was gratitude.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Just like, grateful.
What about some other things that would help you? What about certainty or confidence?
Like confidence and stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that would be certainly helpful. That's true. I think it's just hard, like for me to see like what comes, because like the certainty and the confidence, I feel like also comes, it's intertwined with like that I just get started with my business, right? I'm not like 5 years in, and I'm very confident in my filmmaking and technical skills because that's my old, like what I learned, what I studied. So I have a lot of confidence in that. So I'm not 100% sure like how these are intertwined and which feeling comes from. I felt like the confidence is something which comes over time anyways, and I don't need that now. I just need enough courage to like step out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I felt like I need to.
So courage is something that you want as well?
Yeah, I think courage. Yeah, courage. Exactly. I think courage leads to confidence, because courage is like
competency leads to what you're describing is not confidence, it's competency. So over time, you build competency in what it is that you're doing. And when you know that you're competent in something, same like your filmmaking, then you have the confidence to back it up.
True.
Confidence without competency is a kind of dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
You think about, I'm really confident riding a motorbike. Never done it before.
Did it.
I've seen lots of people in Bali do that and they go and crash. It's a dangerous place to be.
Or like drunk people, right? They have a lot of confidence without the competency in a lot of fields actually goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
True.
So this is what we're going for today then. So are these some great benchmarks on where it is that we're going? We're going to be leaving the session feeling excited, joyful, grateful, gratitude, feeling certain, confidence, courage. Going to have some, at least, competencies to measure yourself against in where it is that you're going next.
Yeah.
So you can give yourself the ability to feel confident as well. Great outcomes.
Yeah.
Let's go for that.
If I feel all that when I do that, then I don't see myself like holding back or anything, right? Yeah.
Awesome. At least going and finding what the next challenge is. Overcome this one, you get to earn the next one. Connecting with all of that, just as a place in the future, we come back to where it is that you are now. Say we group all that together on a scale of 1 to 10. When you're coming into today's session, where were you feeling in relation to the challenge today? Excitement, joy, gratitude, certainty, confidence, courage within yourself. 10 being all of that, 100%, 10 out of 10. 1 being nothing.
A 2 or a 3? Quite low, I'd argue.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not focused on these at all. Like I don't see that at all in this actual situation. I'm only seeing the negatives. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's courageous. It's respectful to come through. If you said, oh, that's a 7, 8, 9 out of 10, I'm like, well, what the fuck are we talking about? So nice. Thank you for your vulnerability and meeting yourself on where it is that you are currently right now. So let's jump in. Over to that burdening, being a burden and suffering or creating suffering for others. How is this a problem for you? If you're finding value in this story, I'd love to invite you to hit the subscribe button below. You'll be the first to receive content just like this, honest, relevant, and here to support you on your journey. With every like and every follow, together we're succeeding in our mission and reconnecting the world with what matters most. And that is, of course, each other. Thank you so much.
How is this a problem for me? I mean, I guess I want to be accepted by others. And if I'm a burden and I'm suffering, like cause them suffering, then it's like, I also don't, I think I cannot, it's the contradiction of like, can I help people when I make them suffer? Like, so being a burden doesn't equal like helping someone. It's like the opposite. Kind of, I drag someone down.
Let's talk to the belief. Are you really a burden and causing others suffering?
On a logical level, no.
Okay.
Like I thought through this the last week, I was like, no.
Okay.
But I question where that came from.
Yeah, okay. So logically, if you look at the evidence of the world and what's happening in your world,
exactly,
you're not actually being a burden, and you're not causing them suffering.
Yeah.
So let's just take that as the truth, and then come back to this belief, or this perception at least, because it might not even be a belief; it might be just a perception.
Yeah.
Coming back to that, how is holding that belief, having that perception, that it might be the case? The cool thing about beliefs is they're all subjective anyway. They may or may not be true.
True.
If we look at like I'm calling bullshit on it already. So let's see if you can switch around and call bullshit on it yourself. Yeah. But just unpacking it, how is holding this belief that you're being a burden or causing suffering in other people's lives, how is that a problem for you? Because if it's not a problem, we can just switch to something else, or you can keep it.
So the thing which comes up, it's like a little detour, but like, can I go there really quick and then
can you just give me the punchline without the story?
It's just like I was thinking about why do I come up thinking I'm a burden and I'm taking people's last money, and then I was thinking back into the last 10.
All right, it's a story.
Whatever, it's a story, yeah.
So
and it's
I don't
know.
care why. Is it a problem though?
Yes, because the story is connected to. I mainly was hanging out with friends and like had people in my life who never had money. So it's a problem because I'm thinking in my mind, people don't have more than a few $100 in their bank account. So I'm like, I can't be paid anyways by them. So why would so that's then a problem, because this kind of belief, I think, was mainly built by like, I always have the picture subconsciously is there with like, oh, people don't have money to pay for that. Like people they don't even have the money, even if they would like to pay me, but they can't pay me because they don't have any. So that's where the story is, I think, connected to.
It's pretty clearly a caretaking type strategy. You're taking care of someone else's situation, whether it's financial situation, their emotional situation, try to take care of their perceptions of you. Is any of that your responsibility?
No.
Okay. So is this caretaking pattern that you're running then, is that a problem? How does it impact you? Not for others, for you.
The caretaking pattern. I mean, that makes me want to feel needed, or like, because when I take care of other people, I feel like wanted and needed, and it's like good in a sense.
This is the payoff and what it's giving you. So
yeah, that's a positive feeling.
It's a positive feeling. So if it's only a positive feeling, well, why would you change it?
Because I feel like it's I always ask myself, is it something I need to do or I choose to do? So when I feel like cocaine gives you a positive feeling, should you do it every time you crave it? Like probably not. So like, do you need to do it or do you choose to do it? Like when I have the choice to do it, I think it's a positive thing and I shouldn't like question that. But in these cases, like I see the patterns in my life where I'm just taking care, and I feel like I need to do it instead of choosing to do it.
The thing that I'm noticing is you're avoiding what the problem is here for you. And I don't believe it's that you don't know. I believe it's that you're trying to navigate. You're telling me all the great reasons why you're doing it. They're all justifications. Great. So I'll sit here and I can ask you again. But if you're going to keep justifying why you're doing it, well, also keep doing it then.
Yeah. No, you're right. Like,
so let's come back to going, this belief that you're a burden on others, this belief that you think that you're causing suffering, this whole taking care of others, taking responsibility for things that you're not responsible for, to continue showing up this way, what is it costing you in your life?
Coming back to the specific like thing we started with, the receiving, is like that I'm making decisions based on other people's needs and their wants, and like, you know, and not mine. So like like assuming that person probably doesn't have enough money. I don't know, that's my belief. But whatever, and then I come back to like, I'm making a decision for them even without asking, like without creating an offer. An offer is like an ask for an exchange, right? It's like an offer. It's like, I offer you this. And I'm not even doing that because I already decided. Oh no.
So that's the story that you're running on with. But let's go back to what it is that you first mentioned. You're making decisions based on what you perceive their needs to be. Again, caretaking, people pleasing. As long as you continue making decisions based on their needs, what are you missing out on? My needs. Your needs, okay. So if you're missing out on, or reframe that another way, you're not taking care of your own needs. How does it impact you?
I'm feeling I feel like a part of me like don't really trust myself, like to take care about myself. A little bit frustrated. And yeah, I think I was thinking about the not trusting myself
Yeah, I
with
think
like
that's
taking
a
care
big
about
one.
myself. Like there's two parts of me, right? And the one part is like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and the other part is like, but like, what about us?
No, what about us? I love it.
Mm.
That's a big one. It's got the goosebumps come through. I feel that one. Isn't it crazy how you neglect your own needs, and then there's a part of you that doesn't trust you to take care of your needs? Well, why would that part of you, when you say us, I imagine what's coming up like linguistically, I'm thinking there's more than one of you, which, you know, when people talk about the parts, there's a part of me that does this, part of me that does that. There's different parts of us. That's us. There's parts of you that don't trust you to take care of your needs. Well, if you've never done it, you've been focusing on taking everyone else's needs. How could it ever trust you?
Yeah. When I do exactly that, when I start feeling what my needs, my wants are, and then taking action towards that, then a part would be like, oh yeah, okay, you know, it's taking care of that now. Cool, we can calm down a little bit. We don't need to be frustrated or whatever, angry about that. I don't know. And it's like, I think it would feel like maybe a relief even, you know, like, takes care about himself too, not only about others. Great. Yeah.
If we can tap into that part of you that is always out there taking care of others, filling others people's needs, projecting what you think, because really you can't know what other people's needs are. It's on them.
It's projecting.
It's just a projection of what you believe it is. That part of you that is driving that behavior, what's it afraid of if you didn't do that? What's it afraid of that might happen if you stopped doing that?
I think disconnection, being alone, being left behind. Yeah. Being not of worth, having no worth in the world, having nothing, like, whoa, who am I then? Like, what am I then when I don't give worth to others? Like not having the right to be part of the group.
So it's all around belonging. Belonging, being valuable, being worthy.
Value, yeah, also value. Being valued, yeah.
Isn't that an interesting tie back up to the energetic value, exchange value of receiving money, offer? We can tie that loop back in later, but interesting point.
Can you explain that differently, what you meant with the last sentence?
We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Let's go back to, just so we got this pattern clear. You're going out, perceiving what other people's needs are, taking care of their needs.
The perceived needs. It doesn't even have to be the real needs now when I think about it.
Yeah.
It's just what I think their needs are, and then I'm taking care of what I think their needs are. Yeah.
In hopes that then they'll validate you, in hopes that they'll see you as worthy, in hopes that you'll create a connection.
And accept me. And love me. Yeah.
And all the meanwhile, you're never getting what it is that you want in life, because you're neglecting your own needs, the parts of yourself that need you the most.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be a good life strategy. Yeah.
You're abandoning the most important parts of you in hopes that you're like exchanging your self-worth out in the open market so somebody else might see it as valuable.
Yeah.
How does that sit with you? What comes up when you start realizing and noticing the self-abandonment?
It was always, I try to concentrate more on the feeling. I come back to thinking. It's like always my first thing. I was like, and then boom, put everything into like a strategy. But
I know that's something really important for you.
Yeah.
For a lot of us.
I mean, the last 2 years I worked on nice guy patterns and people pleasing, and it falls directly into that pattern too, right? It's just in another area of my life.
It's funny how the patterns and the strategies that we run, they're consistent across everywhere.
Yeah.
And when we come back, like, it's this thing again.
Exactly. It's like, oh, damn.
The cool thing about that, though, is when you figure it out once, you're like, I just have to do what worked last time and just apply it here.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think I'm quite confident that I can overcome this now, because I overcame this in other areas of my life before, specifically when it came to dating and romantic relationships. But it's just a kind of a heavy feeling every time I think like, oh man, there's like this self-abandonment.
When you come back to that feeling, because you did a really great job avoiding the question, by the way. Explain that. I'm going to go from thinking about it to feeling it, and then go and tell me a story so you don't have to feel it.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it's good. I've run the same strategy, and that's how I can see it.
Yeah.
But what is the heavy feeling? What comes up?
Like sadness. Yeah, mainly.
Which parts of you feel sad?
Kind of this, I mean, the part, like, kind of the picture of the little Freddie, like, inside of me. And it's like being alone. And I'm like, I'm not conscious enough sometimes to, like, take care of you and to take care of your needs. Yeah. Like, I'm thinking about others in the outside, but, like, the little Freddie, like the little me, which is inside of me, is like, I'm not looking at. And he's sitting there alone in the dark. It's like, what about me? Yeah.
Would you like to connect with him now?
Yeah.
I think you've probably connected with him before, right? The way that you just let him know that, just sit with him in whichever way you want to do, talk out loud, talk within you, visualize him, be with him, give him what it is that he needs. Let him know that you've seen him, you've heard him, now in this context.
Okay.
Give him the hug, the validation.
Can I speak out loud?
Yeah, do it, of course.
I'm so sorry that I don't see you often. I neglect you. I look outwards to maybe external validation, and I really want to say sorry to you that that I don't listen to you. I don't see you enough, and that I really want to, and I want to improve that in the future, and I'm doing everything for us, but sometimes it's just not there. And I promise that from now on in the future, like, I'm gonna look more towards inside and towards what your needs are, and what our needs are in the end, and what you, not even what you want, but what you need, like the core needs. Can just say sorry and ask for forgiveness. That until now didn't do a great job of providing that. But I want to change that from the depth of my heart.
Beautiful. How do you feel he responds?
Thank you for finally listening to me. Thank you for acknowledging that and taking ownership of what your actions. I know you didn't mean it in a bad way, and I'm super happy that you see me too, see us too now, and not only. Thank you for seeing me.
Beautiful. Keep coming back to that practice. You made the promise to him. One of the signals are, when we talk about emotions, and the emotions that come up, whether it's the frustration or the anger or the guilt from not following through what you value, not the guilt from not people pleasing. There's a difference between that. And I think you already know and trust that one. The emotions that come up, let them be signals from him that you're neglecting him again. You're not noticing him. That's the way that he communicates with you. Yeah. Slow down, pause. What is it that little Freddie needs? I really love, this is the visualization I use as well. That I've got me and I've got myself. Myself is the little boy within me. It's my responsibility in life. And everything that I do is to take care of him, to make him proud. He's my guidance. And the adult version of me now, the physical version that's going out, it's all just in service of him.
Yeah.
And the reason why that works for me, because also having a people-pleasing, caretaking kind of tendency, is I'm people-pleasing, caretaking him, and only him. So now, when it's really challenging, I'm like, what does he need from me? Okay, I'm not doing it for me, I'm doing it for myself.
My first thought was like, wait, isn't that just like bypassing the guilt then? But it's kind of, I like that picture. And I like what you said about making him proud. Like being that kind of person, being that kind of man even, who makes that little version of me proud.
Because that little version within you is you. It's a projection of you and where it is that you're going. And so maybe it is bypassing, maybe it is a hack, maybe whatever. But it's a really healthy one that seems to work. And so for that one doesn't land. It's like, people talk about whether it's a God, a spiritual self, your higher self. It can work in all the different senses. For me, I trust that's why it lands within you, the little Freddie within you.
I like that.
How's it all sitting within you now? Where you're at?
Feeling it's interesting because in the beginning when I came here and also the last weeks, I felt like I very like frustrated by this, and like not very frustrated because I know like I can kind of deal with it, but like I identified very much with it, like this is me. And now it's kind of like I sit there and I just have more like gratitude, and like I feel good about like the separation a little bit. And it's like, oh yeah, that's actually like I feel proud, even proud and grateful, and like thank you for letting me know what my path is, kind of like thank you. This part inside of me, this little Freddie, and I feel like strong, more like confident, like maybe even I'll stop that. Okay.
Well, what were the things that we wanted again?
You're like, check it off the list. Okay, 1 out of 6. Confident, and because I feel like taking care of someone else who is important to you. Like, when parents are like, I'm not a dad, but I have a brother who's 16 years younger than me, and I'm, want to be a good role model for him. And I feel that same for me right now, that I'm a good role model for myself, funnily enough, but it shifted that right now where I'm like, I'm proud of myself, even how I take care about, how I listen to that, and how I nurture that little Freddie inside of me.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
So good. It's amazing how things just magically seem to fall into place when you take care of what's most important. What's most important is you. Can I share a deeper truth about the caretaking pattern? Caretaking, people pleasing, two different, very similar but different patterns. As long as we're doing that, it's a form of manipulation, emotional manipulation.
Yeah.
As long as we're hoping to take care of others, making a projection or some perception, taking care of their needs, it's like a manipulation in hopes that they'll return the favor by liking us.
Yeah.
The problem with that is Brené Brown She says that the opposite to belonging is fitting in. As long as you're showing up with that mask of what you think they want you to be, what you need you to be, rather than being your true self, you're only ever going to fit in and you never belong.
Yeah.
That's one truth. What's the pattern to fitting in, to being validated truly, to being accepted truly, to being all of who it is that you can be, that feels the right way, is taking care of your needs first and showing up as the real version of yourself without the mask. And of course, that's a lifelong journey, I think. Coming back to that.
Yeah.
Taking care of the little Freddie within you will allow you to show up that side of you, and they'll validate him. They'll validate that deeper version of him in the way that he serves. He serves himself and is the demonstration of how then others are going to treat you.
Yeah.
So then we can start creating a sense of belonging through being a real version of ourselves. But it goes deeper than that. So that's you taken care of. As long as you're taking care of other people's needs, their beliefs, their feelings, you're taking responsibility for that which they should be taking responsibility for. You're depriving them of their own healing. You're depriving them
of their own growth
and who it is that they can become.
It's funny that you say this, because it's kind of like where I'm a little bit angry towards what my mom did with me. I feel like I couldn't grow in certain areas because she would always take care of it. So it's interesting to see that perspective shift.
This is where you learned
doing the same, basically. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that something that we need to work on next? Maybe outside of the session, but it's that phrase that you said, this is where I'm angry at my mum for doing that. And so the projection there is she did something to you.
Exactly. It's
and
like,
so
I'm aware that I just need some time to let go of it. Like, I'm already aware that it's something within me and not someone else did something to me. It's also like victim mindset. So but I also give it some time to resolve kind of and work on it.
One of the easiest beliefs to shift that, and of course with respect to everything that's within you and that you need to work through, though, and I'm sure you're already aware of this belief, and it might be just a reminder, is everyone, including our parents, are doing the very best that they could with the tools, the resources, the mental resources and tools, who it is that they were and are, that they had available to them.
Yeah.
And we look at our parents, usually they're going through all their own stuff, and how they raised us as parents are just projections of their own insecurities and what it is, where it is that they are, and what it is that they haven't worked on yet and figured out.
Yeah.
And so that's a result of that. And to know that she took care of you because she loved you. She did it out of the very best that she knew how, even if now it's caused its own problems within you that you now need to take responsibility for.
It's also kind of scary because, I mean, she wasn't aware of it, right? So it's easy for me to judge her for that because I'm aware now. Scary for me to think, if I have children, what I'm not aware of right now, what they get aware of, and then judge me for it. I'm like, oh shit.
Isn't that the most important reason of why we continue to do this work?
For sure.
To become the very best people that we can become for the next generation, whether it's our children or our community or the people that are inspired, look up to us, our followers, community, whichever way you want to look at it.
Yeah.
It almost becomes our responsibility.
For sure, yeah.
Become the best people that we can be. So tying that loop back in, to be the best demonstration for others, those that you want to help, serve, support, charge your services and exchange of services with money. How is it that you need to show up for them?
Can you repeat the question?
So you work
explain it to a 5-year-old.
Yeah, so you're the nice guy coach, right?
Yeah.
I imagine the guys that you coach have also people-pleasing, caretaking tendencies. They probably are going through some level of this challenge that you're going through.
Yeah.
Maybe at a easier level because, what do I say, easier level? At a level that you can comprehend and you see that you've already worked through.
Yeah.
That's how you're able to help. Now you know that you need to help them with this. How do you show up for them now in a way that's a demonstration? Because you as a coach, you're going to be a demonstration for them. So then they see themselves in you and how far it is that they've come, and they're inspired by that. So you becoming the very best person that you can be.
Yeah.
In relation to what it is that we've just been through. How is it then now that you need to show up for them so they can step into that place of power?
So I'm showing up with the most important things for me are authenticity and vulnerability. Like dropping the mask instead of like replacing it with another mask of like, oh, now I have figured it out, now I teach them or whatever. It's like, no, I'm show what I've been through, who I am, like what my patterns are. And then if people, like I take them on my journey and when they...
Well, I love how this very action, what you're doing here is a demonstration of that.
Yeah.
A lot. If we come back to the very context of what we've been through here now, how you're showing up, taking care of your needs first as a demonstration to your clients, your people, your friends, to be seen in who it is that you are rather than the mask of who it is that you are.
Yeah.
How are you going to be showing up to those conversations, sales conversations, where an exchange of money, value, and you're taking care of yourself first? How is that now shifted?
Yeah, when I take that into account now, the sales conversation stuff is just being the same authentic, vulnerable me. And then seeing who relates to my experience and to who I am or who I already am as a person, maybe. Because I know I'm attracted to others who are like, seem to be like so authentic and like so vulnerable. And I sometimes don't see it for myself anymore because I'm like already at a certain point, I feel like sometimes. But yeah, having trust in that the people who see me and who see me as like, wow, like I want to also have that basically, but not from I'm not creating the problem for them then to fix something or whatever, but like I'm just living my truth, living my way, living my authentic self, and whoever connects to that these are the people who also who then charge. I charge obviously something, but like they pay for because they believe in themselves. They believe in me and in themselves of like that's something they value in life.
So when you go and put your offer out there in exchange for whatever the monetary value is, and they react in a way that they don't like that amount of money, then
they're not aligned clients.
So what is your belief?
My belief is that whoever accepts the offer is my perfect client who wants to work with me, who identifies very much with who I am, who see themselves in me, maybe. We see like, oh yeah, like that's, seeing me maybe as a role model who's just 1 or 2 steps ahead of the journey.
That's a pretty good belief.
And
what was the belief? That the belief is that you're improving the life of others? When they say no to the offer, what do you make that mean?
They simply don't align 100% with, like, they don't see themselves in me. They see me and say like, oh yeah, that's a person. It's okay. He's doing his thing, but it's not me.
Yeah.
It's like not my journey. I'm not just 100% aligned with what that person's saying.
So they said no to the offer. They didn't say no to you.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything
it's
about me.
It's a rejection of the offer. It's nothing to do with you.
It says just something about them. Yeah.
They said maybe no to their transformation. It's got nothing to do with your transformation and who it is that you are.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
as you walk out of this room, you visualize going and connecting with people, making some offers. What's coming up for you now?
Like, the core belief that people who are ready for what I have to offer are actually happy that I put the offer out there,
Yeah.
because otherwise they wouldn't have any other day. Okay, maybe they would have money in their bank account, but they're like, fuck, I'm miserable, what am I doing? Like, I don't know. They're like, oh, there's someone like trying to help me with that.
It's an opportunity.
Yeah, it's an opportunity, and they don't have to take it, right? I don't force them. I
choice.
didn't make them have certain patterns or whatever just to fix them afterwards. Like, like, no, it's like, I'm here, I'm living my truth. Like, look at what I'm doing. If you like that, we can talk about that.
And so how does that feel within you? When you envision that, what are the emotions that come up with you when you're running that pattern, that strategy, that approach?
Right now I'm feeling proud of my own transformation already, like where the man I've become. And like it's not an emotion, it's like a deep trust of like, if you want that, then if you're ready for it, then you're ready. If not, then, like, alignment is kind of the word which comes up. If it's aligned, then it's aligned, then it's fine. But it's
cool. Maybe later.
Yeah.
When you're ready.
Yeah.
I love that you say now trust in yourself, because the way that I will define my version of defining a version of self-trust is my ability to trust that I can handle it no matter what happens. And so when we started this conversation, it sounded like you didn't want to make offers because you couldn't trust yourself on what would happen if they said no. You'd see it as a rejection of self and who it is that you were. Now, you're like, I trust myself. And if they say no, it's not a reflection of me.
Yeah.
It's a reflection of whatever the offer is, whatever it is that they want, where it is that they're at. And maybe it's just feedback for me and what I need to focus. It's an improvement on the offer, improvement of a skill. It's my opportunity to continue to get better. And that will be a forever journey anyway, which is exciting.
And it doesn't take away from my own journey whatsoever. Like, I took the steps which I took. Like, it doesn't say anything about me, and I'm happy about what I did so far. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. How does that feel, connecting with all of that?
My first reaction was pretty fucking good, but then I was like, "Fuck! I want to find an emotion." And actually,
pretty fucking good is still describing what is the pretty fucking good emotion.
Yeah, what is it hinting to? These words. I wanted to say excitement, and then I realized that we wrote that down. So excitement to like, oh yeah, now I want to launch something.
Go and do it. Well, if we're going to measure it out of 10 now, the excitement, the joy, the gratitude, a feeling of certainty within you, the confidence and courage to go out and launch the thing, make the offers, scale that out of 1 to 10 now. How are you feeling? 10 out of 10 being pretty fucking good.
I'm German, so I say a 9 out of 10. I can't do a 10, sorry. A 10 is always like, there's always something better.
That's good. A
9 out of 10.
Presupposes there's something more. In my experience, the people that I've always worked with, if they do say 10, immediately it drops to a 9 because it's like, I can see the next thing now.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. I'm the same.
I'm just realistic. Like, there can be more. Like, but it's fine now. A 9 is substantially better than a 2 or 3 what we had before.
So. Dude, that's amazing. I don't know. I'm not very good at maths, but going out of a 2 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10, how?
Let's do a 3 by 2 9 is like a 300% growth.
All in about 40 minutes.
Boom.
Are we there?
Done.
Nice work, man.
Nice.
Good work.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, man. Is there anything else that you need to wrap up on to make this land even better right now?
I mean, afterwards, I actually brought my journal because I was like, oh, if I probably have some insights, then afterwards I go to the beach and like let it sink and like write some things down to, you know, remind myself of that feeling.
One of the things I always recommend is go and spend some time with the little boy inside you. Freddie, he's there. He's probably got more things. There'll be other parts within you now that are wanting to be heard. Whatever comes up, be really nice with that. And so the excitement and to go and do the things, very normal. And also over the next few days, it's not just for the next 20 minutes, an hour, maybe in 2 days' time, there'll be a wave of other kind of emotions that come up. Know that it's all normal and be respectful for that. Take care of those needs. Come back to you. Know that it's very normal and enjoy the ride. Give yourself the time and space.
Nice. Yeah, I will. Thank you.
Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for sharing your vulnerability. And I love that you're such a demonstration for your people.
Woohoo!
Yes.